Some legends fade, but true rock and roll never dies. The 1950s were wild, a time of jukebox dreams, greased hair, and rebellion, but behind the chart toppers, there were songs that burned bright and disappeared too soon. Let's turn back the vinyl and bring them back to life. This is 10 forgotten 1950s rock and roll songs you need to hear again. Number 10. Rave On, Buddy Holly, 1958. Before tragedy struck, Buddy Holly gave the world this electric burst of optimism. Rave On wasn't just a love song, it was a declaration that youth could last forever. Its pounding rhythm and hiccuped vocals would later inspire everyone from the Beatles to the Stones. Yet somehow, it faded from playlists, overshadowed by Holly's more famous hits. Listening to it now feels like finding a time capsule, pure joy pressed into vinyl. Number 9. Bebop-A-Lula, Gene Vincent, 1956. Raw, dangerous, cool. This was the sound that parents feared and teenagers adored. Gene Vincent's swagger and slurred delivery made Bebop-A-Lula one of the first songs to truly sound rebellious. It wasn't clean, it wasn't polished, and that's what made it magic. A glimpse into the wild heart of early rock. Number 8. Whole Lotta Shakin' Going On, Jerry Lee Lewis, 1957. The Killer himself. When Jerry Lee Lewis slammed his piano keys, it was as if the devil had joined the band. Whole Lotta Shakin' Going On was wild, outrageous, and totally alive. The kind of song that made people gasp on live TV. Scandal may have taken his spotlight, but this track remains a thunderbolt from the birth of rock. Number 7. Little Darlin', The Diamonds, 1957. A mix of comedy, romance, and teenage energy. Little Darlin' was never meant to be taken too seriously, but that's exactly why it worked. With exaggerated vocals and playful harmonies, it captured the spirit of an era when love songs didn't need to make sense. They just had to make you smile. Number 6. Ain't That a Shame, Fats Domino, 1955. Before Elvis, before the Beatles, there was Fats. His piano-driven rhythm and warm, effortless voice made rock and roll feel human. Ain't That a Shame is heartbreak disguised as dance music, a bittersweet anthem that deserves to live forever. Number 5. Red Hot, Billy Lee Riley, 1957. A wild anthem that never got the fame it deserved. Recorded under the legendary Sun Records label, Red Hot was pure fire, slapping bass, screaming guitar, and lyrics that defined swagger. But with Elvis dominating the charts, Riley's masterpiece got lost in the noise, a forgotten gem from the birthplace of rock. Number 4. Come On, Let's Go, Ritchie Valens, 1958. Before La Bamba, this was the song that made Ritchie Valens a rising star. Energetic and innocent at once, Come On, Let's Go captured the teenage excitement of the 50s. Tragically, Valens' story ended too soon, but this track still echoes with the promise of what could have been. Number 3. Maybe Baby, Buddy Holly and the Crickets, 1957. A melody so catchy it feels eternal. Maybe Baby sounds simple, but it's the simplicity that made it powerful. Holly's voice, the crisp guitar line, and that soft harmony blend created a sound blueprint that changed pop forever. A small song with giant influence. Number 2. Blue Suede Shoes, Carl Perkins, 1956. Before Elvis made it famous, Carl Perkins wrote it. He lived it. The story goes he came up with the idea after seeing a man scold his date for stepping on his new shoes. That small moment became one of rock's biggest anthems, a song about pride, rebellion, and attitude. The very DNA of rock and roll. Number 1. Heartbreak Hotel, Elvis Presley, 1956. The one that started it all. Inspired by a newspaper story about loneliness, Heartbreak Hotel introduced the world to Elvis's voice, trembling, soulful, and utterly new. It wasn't just a song. It was a cultural earthquake. Darker and deeper than most pop of its time, it proved rock and roll could carry emotion, pain, and power all at once. They may have been forgotten by time, but when the needle drops, you'll remember why the world fell in love with rock and roll. These weren't just songs, they were moments, frozen in sound. So tell us, which 1950s classic still gives you chills?